I am AK Mobile Changer. Nothing is scarier than being 50 with a ton of regrets. So I went to England on a sports diploma anyway on a scholarship. And because I was already associated with the sports, I just happened to do diploma in health and fitness because it was connected to the same sub branch, sports branch that was there. I did my diploma there. Since I've done 2 other degrees in health and fitness, that's what I did. One in nutrition and one that I've done as for my specialization, which is rehab. So I firmly believe that if you optimize your body will get rid of fat, your body will put on muscle, your body will look lean, ripped, shredded, all of that stuff. You can achieve all of that stuff through performance optimization. You don't have to physically focus on that as an exclusive thing. We do nutrition as well, we update the lifestyle as well, training as well. So then I get very, very intimately connected with their lives. And I enjoy that. That's fun. I'm a big fan of bodybuilding, don't get me wrong. I do a lot of shoots myself, so I do follow those methods and practices. Myself when I'm getting ready for those shoots. There is a flip side of that where you just do things without design. You're just doing like a lot of stuff, right? To try and get the results the fastest. Now that kind of suffering is not suffering, it's stupid. It's become suffering in the long run because of stupidity. I've said this to people and it might be controversial, but I genuinely believe that you would not get to extreme levels, like suicide kind of levels, if you were active enough. And that might sound bizarre. So I was already training someone without actually training someone. So what happened was I went through a really bad injury. And it was actually accumulation of all the combat sports that I've played through my life. And my body finally said, F you. And without getting into the specific details of the injury, it was bad enough where I had to basically learn how to run all over again to prevent it again. And there was over a year and a half of really intensive physiotherapy that went into getting back and all of that stuff. And I had actually basically given, I'm done. I had lost the will because imagine having worked really hard at something since 12, maybe a little younger even, because that's when I started playing competitive sports at 11 and 12. So I've been training since, right? I don't know how to not train. You know how people say, oh shit, how do you train? My question, how do you know? I don't know. I've known that my life. But at that time, it was a very dark time for me mentally as well. Because everything that had happened for at that time, maybe 12, 14 years, negative. Imagine having to run all over again for a professional athlete.
Of your company and how long ago did you start it?
We call Level Up with AK being me. And the company has been on for maybe just about a year and a half, 2 years. But the work that the company has been doing without it being a company, just me and my own, that has been going on for, we're sitting in 2026, so 5 and a half years. Since COVID. Actually, funnily enough, COVID was a big launching pad for it. And it was one of those things that galvanized the whole thing of health and fitness. For me, and interestingly is enough at the same time for like everyone. Suddenly, for the first time, everyone is putting their health and fitness first. Versus, especially in India, it was always health and fitness is an afterthought. It was more of like a lifestyle thing. Versus COVID, and after COVID, which made it a necessity almost. Like people got obsessed with it, right? Because people literally got freaked out. Started on places, uh, and then events and festivals that are happening. There's so many events and festivals that are happening, but we didn't even have a meal going on. I wish we did. But they are there now. When the Blues Festival, which is one of the oldest, and Independence Rock, this and that. So there's enough opportunity. It's just at this day, age, and stage, unfortunately, all of us, at least most of us in the band, are procrastinating.
What advice would you give to somebody that maybe is stuck in their 9 to 5 job or wants to change
Quit.
fields?
Now,
Someone that wants to change fields but they think that it's too late to do
quit
something new.
now. Nothing is scarier than being 50 with a ton of regrets. Nothing in the world. That's what's up.
Like, share, and subscribe.